Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hookah N Headlocks Podcast. This is episode 15. I'm Cameron. I'm with Joe.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
And Anthony.
Hello.
And Archie's with us in spirit.
I have no joke for that.
This is our first episode in, what, a month and a half now?
2 months.
A little bit more, yeah. We had a couple...
Hiccups.
Yeah. We had a couple of events that hit home. And we're back together. Sans Archie, who will be back for next week's podcast.
Get ready
to give
for
us
it.
the review of Crown Jewel. So we're all happy to be here again and recording and hope to bring you our entertaining and invigorating opinions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should we get right into it and then we'll have a little gossips afterwards?
Yeah? You want to go around and ask what we're smoking?
Yeah.
I could have just done that in that sentence, but you can.
Why not? Joe, what are we having today?
Anthony, what did you pack me?
I packed you Dark Side Cola with Supernova.
Thank you.
Anth, what'd you pack yourself?
That'll show Archie not to turn up next time.
Yeah. I'm smoking cinnamon cookies with Supernova.
I'm
John?
just smoking a straight cane mint.
And I'm smoking cola and supernova.
Bit of a theme with the Supernova going around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thought we'd just go straight into it and we'll do our reviews for Crown Jewel straight off the bat. First-
Predictions?
Yeah, predictions.
Yeah.
Sure. And was all, yeah. And sorry, I sound like Darren Lockett today. So yeah, the first match of the evening is going to be a kickoff match with Sami Zayn and JD McDonough.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Why?
I don't know. For me, like that should be on the. Well, they say it's a kickoff match, so it hasn't been made clear if it's on the pre-show or if it's the match that opens up the main card. They haven't made that clear.
As good as it's a pre-show match.
Mm.
It is, because even on the official card and everything, it's got an asterisk or a little P next to it. As good as my memory is, it's failing me at the moment. Do these Saudi events usually have a match in the pre-show?
No, not
We haven't had a
normally.
pre-show in a while, haven't we?
It's been a long time since they did a pre-show.
Mania?
No, I
not
can't
even.
remember Mania.
Oh, that's right. There was no pre-match. Yeah, it's just so. Yeah, I don't know. Could it be something that affects the main card the rest of the night?
Maybe they probably just don't want the show to go on too long, maybe. Because there is already 7 matches on the main card and that's probably like their sweet spot now. So they probably just decided to put that on the pre-show. But in my opinion, that's a match you should have on the main card. It would be a great
Especially for Sami Zayn, like him on the pre-show match.
Especially for JD McDonough, that would have been big being on the main card.
match. Yeah,
It'll be his first pay-per-view match, actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a technicality then. Maybe they've done that on purpose because of JD. I can't see JD winning without any kind of debauchery, so I'm going to go Sammy.
Yeah. It looks like that way.
Yeah, I think it's more of a test to see how the crowd reacts, especially overseas with a new person in the scene.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be rough with Sammy being their boy.
But knowing Triple H and Vince backstage, if he is still working back there, who knows? Most likely it's just a test. Same thing with Karrion Kross's debut.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is always a test.
Yeah, that's true.
No matter how big or small.
Mm-hmm.
Can we kind of branch out as well whilst we talk about these matches?
Of course.
To maybe bring. Are you telling me Vince isn't going to be at that pay-per-view, considering he was there over the weekend with The Undertaker?
No.
Wasn't that in Saudi Arabia?
It was,
Yeah,
it was in
that was
was it Saudi Arabia or
it was in
Abu Dhabi?
No, Saudi.
That was in Saudi Arabia. So you're telling me Vince and The Undertaker have come back? I mean, obviously, I've seen no social media posts or all that. Surely Vince and The Undertaker have stayed for the Crown Jewel show. Surely.
Of course.
What would they be doing there? Yeah, exactly.
Or Endeavour.
Yeah.
UFC,
So they were there. 100% they were there.
they're still staying there, guaranteed.
I don't see why they'd come back just to fly back a couple of days later. Wouldn't make sense.
Well, do they have to be at Crown Jewel if they weren't going to be there for the UFC? Probably not, but
No.
I suspect they'll be there. In terms of Vince having any creative input, we've told he doesn't anymore.
No, he doesn't.
We have been told that before, but I think this time, I don't know, maybe it's like The Undertaker taping his fist before Shawn Michaels. They've got The Undertaker there taping his fist, making sure Vince doesn't get involved in creative anymore.
Yeah. But thoughts on the match? Who you guys reckon is going to win?
Like I said, Sammy,
I think Sammy.
Yeah, and now that totally went over my head again. I'm a bit rusty at the moment. The whole Middle Eastern thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sammy. It's Sammy.
Sami Zayn on the kickoff, give the crowd a huge pop to begin with.
Start off with the high.
Yeah. I think we're mutual there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next match, So I'm just going in Wikipedia order. Next one is Rollins versus McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title.
So, are you on Wikipedia?
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen the match thing there?
Mm-hmm.
There should be a P next to Sammy and...
Yeah, one.
Yeah, that's appreciated.
Okay.
Sorry, Ken, go ahead.
Yeah, so next match is Rollins versus McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title.
The tweener, McIntyre the tweener.
He's pushing it lately.
Yeah,
Is he going to win it?
I think he will.
Is it a slap in the face of Nakamura? Or do they... Is there something else with Nakamura? We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you think McIntyre will win?
I think McIntyre will win. Yeah.
Is it them giving him his moment that he never got in front of a crowd? He beat Lesnar, right? In 2020. Is it them giving him his moment at a massive pay-per-view without affecting Royal Rumble or WrestleMania to do with Cody, Roman, LA Knight? Not that we think LA Knight is going to be in the WrestleMania main event. Is it them kind of give it to him now and saying this is your moment because we can't really fit you in next April?
I don't think because they can't fit him in next April. I think that they'll probably do it just because he needs to be at the top of the card. He's a big player on Raw.
I think it's them getting him. No disrespect to him, but giving him his moment now because there might be a couple more people involved at WrestleMania next year that aren't exactly with the company week to week now.
Yeah.
I think that's them giving him his credit and saying, then he's probably going to drop it back around Rumble time or keep it to Mania and get knocked off by someone.
Well, we could potentially get a cash in as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Yes, I can't believe I'm saying this. Nakamura never took it off him, but I'll go McIntyre. I'll go McIntyre over Rollins.
Yeah.
John?
It's like I said before, I think McIntyre will win it. I think it's... I know Seth is a great world champion, but I think it's probably time to take the belt off him and have a new face as the champion.
How long has it been now? Was it May?
May, so 5 months.
So 5 coming to 6 months?
Yeah.
It's a decent...
It's a decent first title reign.
And he's defended it a lot.
That's a good run for a first title reign. We believe this championship has new lineage.
Yeah, it does.
It's not flowing on, so 6 months is a good run.
Mm-hmm.
And he's even been defending it on Raw here and there.
Yeah.
And he's had every match he's defended in has been a banger, so it's a good way to start off the title reign. But I think it's probably time to do something a little different, have somebody else hold it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And build new storylines out of that.
Definitely. Ev, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm going with the rest of them. McIntyre wins. My thought is it won't happen on the night, but I reckon sometime after he wins, we'll see finally a heel turn with Drew and see something go from there.
I reckon heel turn's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
Not Drew?
after he loses.
Oh, you reckon Seth's going to win?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, that's the thing.
He'll take out Rollins, and most likely Damien will
Catch it on the line with Seth.
That's the thing.
And now that it's no longer his issue or not in his way, as McIntyre has been saying the last few weeks, then he's just going to let it be.
Like he's been doing, he's been watching
It
people
would make no sense. It would make no sense for him to win and then turn heel after the match by attacking Seth.
Yeah.
That doesn't. I've never. Can you guys think of an example? Someone winning a title then turning heel by beating up the babyface?
Didn't Daniel Bryan do that with AJ Styles?
He won. He turned heel during the match.
During the match.
During the
The low blow. But didn't he attack him
Stone
after?
Cold turned heel during the match at WrestleMania
It
17.
was after the match he low blowed.
Yeah, Stone Cold turned heel at WrestleMania 17 during the match.
Well, that didn't really. I think technically he turned heel after the match when he shook hands with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but he
'Cause the
used the
fans
man
still-
endorsed steel chair though.
Yeah, it's true. But
The only one I can think of, possibly, is Hogan vs. Rock at Mania. Probably the closest to it.
The Rock turning heel.
Ish, but more.
Nah, he
Hogan
was still a
turning
face for
face.
another
it was
year.
more Hogan turning
Yeah.
face.
And The Rock was still a face for the best part of the next 8 months.
Either that or the whole Ziggler and Del Rio.
The double turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That's why I said I can't see McIntyre winning and then
then
turning heel.
If he's going to turn heel at Saudi Arabia, he'd probably do it mid-match. Where he could say he could probably cheat to win the title.
Yeah, it's why I said like not on the night, but like night after or whenever. We'll see his heel turn.
We know for a fact it's coming though, it's just a matter of time.
It's needed.
Mm-hmm.
We need that Scottish psychopath back.
Yep. Get rid of the sword, please. We don't need the sword. Just let him do his thing.
Just go back to the leather jacket and chains and team up with Rhea Ripley or something.
Something like that.
Purple skirt for Drew.
Yeah. Next match is the Fatal 5-0 between Rhea Ripley, speaking of the devil, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Raquel Rodriguez.
Do you know she has a strong back, Joe?
That's enough from you. Rhea's not losing it here in this, is she?
Nah.
She's holding it to Mania.
He's going to hold it until Mania at the very least.
Unless, knock on wood, an injury happens, but she's the main attraction.
I think there'll be a big Raquel Hope spot.
Even as Zoe Stark.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nia
Big Nia like stomping.
negate someone, and then Rhea wins. But I don't think it'll be a dominant win by Rhea.
It'll be a hard fought one.
Yeah.
I think the other contestants will probably spend most of the time trying to stop Rhea from winning.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll probably, like Joe just said, or Anthony just said, Nia Jax will counter the other contestants, and that leads Rhea to pick up the pieces and escape.
Yeah, that's what I see. Yeah, Rhea wins.
Yeah, Rhea. Hands down. Plus, with an elimination chamber coming in.
She needs to come into her home country.
And they've said, should she be in the main event?
Most likely.
So they're gonna have a heel win the. They're gonna have a, even though it's that crowd. And slap me if we're getting off topic here, Cameron. They're gonna have a heel finish the show, close the show. Will she be booed or cheered?
She'll get cheered.
She'll get cheered. She might be faced by that time anyway.
She gets cheated everywhere she goes.
She'll be.
Well,
you know
February
what?
next
She'll
year.
probably be faced by February next year.
Yeah.
So then, who does she verse at Mania?
She could probably verse Becky because that's what they've been teasing for a long time now.
And Becky wins at Mania?
Possibly, whatever happens, but
It's all leading up to the Becky at Mania so far.
Yeah. I could
It's
tease it from
either
now.
that or the newest.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
No, I got something that when it comes to.
But it all depends on what show she goes to.
We still don't know.
It's been a couple of weeks now, hasn't it?
She's appeared on
Yeah.
all three shows.
yeah, she's been on Raw, SmackDown, and she's even been spotted on NXT. So just got to see wherever they put her.
Yeah. But before we finish off, what's your thoughts on the build up to this Fatal 5-0?
It's a bit all over the place, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit in a fatal 5-way. I mean, it's not a big deal, but make it 4 or make it 6. I mean, what's 5?
Yeah, 5 is a bit of a weird number.
Was it that Triple H Jeff Hardy match with a couple of people? That was 5 people. I'm going back a while now. You guys know? You guys remember what I was talking
Actually,
about?
last one would have been when Big E lost to.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Who was it? He lost to Lesnar, wasn't it?
No, Big E won, didn't he? Are you talking about at day 1?
Yes, that was a Fatal 5.
That Roman had COVID or something?
Yes, Roman had COVID.
So what was it supposed to
It was
be?
supposed to be 4-way, but then they put Brock in that match.
Because
and he
Roman
won the
got
title back.
COVID.
Big E still, or Brock won.
Brock won.
beat Big E.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
he pinned Big E. That's right.
That was January 2022. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Next match is Roman versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
They gave it to us on SmackDown. LA Knight ripped into him verbally. LA Knight interrupted his entrance. And correct me if I'm wrong, LA Knight got him physically as
at
well.
the end of the night with the BFT.
Which just goes to show LA Knight's not winning at Saudi Arabia, but it's not going to hurt him.
No. Well, it's pretty obvious Roman's going to win because he's not losing that title until Mania next year.
If he does lose at Mania, if he does.
If he does, because God knows what they can do. It's pretty obvious he's going to win, but I think they need to do it correctly so that LA Knight doesn't lose any steam.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll.
I think LA Knight's obviously going to lose, but I think he will probably lose by a screwy finish. You know, the typical Roman Reigns match, red bump, solo.
There's precedent to this, and I'm sure you guys will get it straight away. Sami Zayn last year.
Yeah.
Lost that Money in the Bank. Still had his night of nights at WrestleMania Night 1.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it's leading more and more. I know we're going to get into his match a little later. He'll beat Gunther at Mania. LA Knight.
Is it too soon to push him to the main picture title already?
LA Knight? Not really.
Main picture title. Oh, to go up against McIntyre.
No,
McIntyre.
LA Knight to go straight to the world title pitch instead of going for like a mid-card title.
Well, they've
fight.
done it. They've done it plenty of times before.
Well, he references it, and he did it again on last weekend on SmackDown. What did he call himself? The fastest rising star ever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably your answer. Probably your question answered there. In all honesty,
They've done it before. They've put a guy straight towards high contention. Well, Ryback's an example. The guy was red hot, but they butchered it.
thank God they did too.
Yeah, LA Knight's obviously he's more than red hot with the fans, and he's a much better worker than Ryback, if we're being honest. So for me, it's not a big deal putting him in the world title picture. As long as they keep him around the title scene, it won't hurt.
Yeah. But are we all mutual? Roman to win?
Yeah, Roman.
With the usual bloodline shithouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to keep that in mind.
The ref bump, Solo, Jimmy, whatever you want to call it. Maybe another bloodline member, possibly.
It'll be the same. It'll be either Solo
Or both.
or Jimmy.
Yeah, or both.
I was about to say Jay.
Not anymore.
Okay, next match. Well, Wikipedia's wrong on this one already. They said Rey Mysterio versus Carlito.
Wow. Has Santos Escobar already turned heel?
Is that already leaked the heel turn? What's going on?
I don't know, but it's meant to be against Logan Paul.
Yeah.
When did that change? I checked Wikipedia a couple of hours ago.
I'm not lying.
Has something happened?
No, it's just
No, I checked that 2 hours ago.
Then I said,
Has something? No, it said Logan Paul. Has something happened? I'm going to look it up.
I'd hope not.
John, give us your prediction on the Escobar and Carlito match.
The Escobar Carlito match. I think you got the wrong match, Joe. No, with Rey Mysterio, Logan Paul, I think Logan's going to win the match. I think we're going to see a new US champion.
No, I think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked that 2 hours
Someone's
ago.
probably been cheeky editing the Wikipedia page.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul's going to win the match against Ray. He'll most probably cheat to win the match, take advantage of the situation, and I think they're going to do something with that title.
Hey, at least it's not main card. If it's mid card, I can settle for that for Logan.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will have a problem with that if he holds a mid card title.
But is he gonna just disappear like Roman is after Crown Jewel?
No.
With the title? No.
I think he'll stick around for a bit, and he'll probably drop the title a little soonish.
Yeah.
He probably won't hold it for that long.
He'll probably hold it to Rumble.
Yeah, most probably.
Most likely, but we're all on Logan Paul to win.
Yep, I'd say Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Easy. Next match is Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest.
I think it's more why.
My assumption
Why
was
does Cody win? Or why does Damien win? Or why does Damien lose? Or,
Yeah.
Well, if Damien...
to me, there's no finish to that match where like it's just them having a grudge match and that's it.
There's no like major stipulation.
Yeah, there's no stipulation to it.
is it Cody's last, maybe Sands Survivor Series / War Games? Is it Cody's last feud that's got nothing to do with going for the world title?
But not only that,
I
like
think so.
we all thought Cody was going to get drafted to SmackDown for Jay,
Yeah.
but now he's still stuck on Raw. How is he going to get to Roman? The only way now is
His Elimination Chamber. Or Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
But they won't... I don't think they'll have him win back-to-back Rumbles. Doesn't make sense.
I done it with Shawn a long time ago.
They did it with Shawn, Hogan, Stone Cold, but...
Stone Cold.
Yeah, 97, 98.
Yeah.
Did Stone Cold win the 97 Rumble?
Yeah, but it got thrown out.
Yeah.
The result got thrown out.
yeah.
So they've done back-to-back Rumbles, but I don't think do that. I don't think they'll do it.
You can't go past Cody. But
Yeah, because it's all about him finishing the story.
Mm-hmm.
This is just another chapter in his story, so to say.
Where the match is on the card as well, that'll probably give a wink as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because you said it yourself, Joe. Why does Damian Priest lose? He loses so that he could bounce back with a potential cash-in later on in the night. Only thing that makes sense.
I'll go Cody and maybe let something with Damien after with Drew. Or can't see Cody cashing in on Drew. I can't see Damien cashing in on Drew.
He can if Drew's still a face after the match. He could.
Yeah, either way, but
Yeah.
I'll
Predictions?
go Cody.
I think Cody.
Cody with maybe Judgment Day interference, but nothing major.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Cody. He needs to stay strong till Mania comes anyway.
Yeah, but he knew he will be.
Yeah. The next match after that is potentially the last ever match for John Cena against Solo Sikoa.
I don't think it'll be his last ever match, but he's certainly hinting at the end.
Yeah.
And he's certainly hinting at the end with what he came out on SmackDown. And then Paul Heyman giving him his credit as well. Could it be Cena's last win?
Maybe.
It doesn't, but honestly, it doesn't make sense for him to win. Because
I don't think it does too much of Solo at this point. I think a lot of this stuff will get reset or hashed out once we get a clearer picture of what's happening with Roman come Rumble and Mania. I see Cena winning, maybe Cena's last win.
Yeah, because didn't he say he hasn't had a singles win in...
Over 2,000 days.
Yeah.
Cena?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Wow. What, 2019?
I think 2018. I think it was probably his last singles win.
It was his last singles win, yeah. I looked it back, I just can't remember who it was now that he beat.
Wasn't it at Super Showdown in Australia?
He beat Triple H, wasn't it, in Saudi?
Oh, Saudi Arabia, sorry, yeah, that was his last win.
What year was that?
2018.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the last time he had a singles match victory.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cena.
Yeah. Just on the sheer fact that he mentioned his record
He's
of
impending.
Yeah.
And how the crowd's good
Yeah.
and he feels like he's letting the crowd down.
Yeah.
So it's Cena. And Solo, it won't hurt Solo too much.
He still looks strong.
At that date, Cena, like, he's a strong person anyway, so it's not going to affect anyone really.
Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, I think Cena will win, but I just hope it doesn't ruin Solo in the long run.
I don't know, it won't. But yeah, last match on the card is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair.
For the Women's Championship.
It was good that she's back.
Yeah.
And I think she probably wins as well.
No, I think it's too soon.
But could you have her beaten like that?
She's already had a few chances with the women's title, Bianca.
I'm still waiting for the turn with Damage Control to split them up.
I'm still waiting on the Bianca turn.
Yeah, I remember that
And
was
the Rhea turn, and the Becky turn, and the Bailey turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of turns impending for these chicks that have been long overdue, or we thought it'd be.
I think the most probable one to turn is Bianca, just because Montez is a heel as well. I know they don't link up, but usually if a couple or one of them turns heel, the other one goes
It
heel
makes
with
sense
them.
for it to happen.
Do you play anything with Bianca at the arrival now of Jade Cargill, the dream match?
That's what I think. I think if Bianca wins, I reckon Jade Cargill will step up and challenge Bianca.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. I don't think it'll hurt Io too much.
No.
I mean, mind you, Bianca was attacked by Damage Control, wasn't she?
Yeah. And she returned to.
I think Bianca wins.
And let's not forget the last pay-per-view, Bianca did win the title, and then Io cashed in.
Yeah, but I think Bianca wins, and I think it leads to something Jade Cargill, but I don't think they're going to hold it to Mania. I think it might be
It'll be in between, like Royal Rumble.
the Survivor Series 2 club. When is Survivor Series?
November. So
End of this month.
4
Yeah,
weeks away.
it's November something.
it's a mid to end November.
Yeah, so I probably see Jade and Bianca maybe at the Rumble. I think it'll be pushing it though for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can hold on until Mania.
I think they can. They can hold off until Mania.
Well, I mean, what are we now? How long's Jimmy been back?
Since SummerSlam.
A month and a half?
Since before SummerSlam, because he had the match with...
SummerSlam was all.
Yeah, he actually returned on SummerSlam. That was the big announcement.
Yeah, when Jay had the match against Roman.
And Jimmy has a few.
So what's that, 2 months? 2.5 months almost?
Yeah.
So we would have thought, how the hell are they going to hold on for the Jay and Jimmy match when everyone was saying Mania? They go, oh my God, that's still so long away. So long to go away. We're already 2.5 months out. Maybe they can hold on for Jade and Bianca at Mania.
I think they can.
Yeah, they can build it up. Especially Jade Cargill.
Jade wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because right now, if Rhea holds on to it, there's no real up-and-coming story, even though Jade's quite experienced. There's no real up-and-coming story, I think, for the Rumble. Raquel, I think the ship's passed a little bit with Raquel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think about that.
No, I can
I
agree.
agree with that.
Yeah, so I think it's probably Jade wins the Royal Rumble, which is only about 2 months away.
Yeah.
2.5 months away.
Yeah.
I think Jade wins the Rumble and then goes for Bianca, who we think will be heel at that point.
Yeah.
Especially if there's going to be a change or a chasm in the whole Rhea character as well, where we think Rhea's going to be face soonish.
Yeah, but predictions for the match for Io?
Bianca.
I think Io will win. I think she'll hold it just a little longer. It's too soon to take it off her.
Yeah.
I reckon Bianca will win, and like we just talked about, eventually Jade Cargill will step up.
And maybe that's now I'm not going to say overdue, but the impending breakup of Judgment Day, especially if Damien wins. Oh, what's Finn doing now?
He's still in Judgment Day.
Yeah. And even with JD, he looks like he's a part of it now, even though it's not official.
So you can see Finn and JD kind of breaking away. Dominic, I don't know what they do with him.
Whatever they do with him, he's got to stay with Rhea Ripley though for the time being.
Yeah.
But if she goes face, is he going to follow?
It could be the good old tag team, one's a heel, one's a face, like Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah, probably do something like that.
Miz and Miz deal.
I can't see Dominic staying. I can't see Dominic staying heel. Or I can't see Dominic still connected to Rhea if Rhea turns face.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Io for that match anyways. Just for the sheer fact for Survivor Series, to keep Rhea strong when they do champion versus champion, if they do.
Yeah, hasn't really been made clear what they're gonna do yet. I think we'll have to wait until after Crown Jewel, maybe that Raw, 2 days after, to see what they're gonna do for Survivor Series. They'll start building up.
So if Seth wins, if Seth beats Drew, we'll let them believe it's Roman versus Seth and at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And the titles are on the line.
No, there'll be no titles on the line. It'll be non-title
It'll be an
match.
exhibition match.
Yeah. That's if they go champion versus champion. Because
I don't think they'd go War Games again.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going to be brand versus brand because they're already teasing with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis.
Yeah, that's true.
For those that don't know, Nick Aldis is the new general manager for SmackDown.
Magnus from TNA.
For me, that guy
Who's
should...
he married to? Isn't he married to Mickey James?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, for me personally, he should still be in the ring. The guy is a freaking unit. And he's young. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't have him just wrestle.
I'm sure there are reasons behind it.
Yeah, but that's the wrap up for Crown Jewel. Now we can just talk about whatever you guys want to feel like.
So, alright. Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
Is he calling out Randy Orton? Or is he calling out CM Punk?
John over here reckons CM Punk.
It's CM Funk.
I think he's calling out Randy Orton.
Could
I'd
be.
love to see it be Randy Orton.
Why? So we're going to have another Shinsuke talking about, I know about your back problem?
No, jeez.
Oh, God.
Too soon.
Don't get him started on Punk, and then the Young Bucks will come out and Ace Steel will come out. And it's on colours.
So if it is Randy Orton and he's talking about another guy's broken back, it's going to be WWE's answer to Christian Cage and talking about dead fathers.
How is that all going? How is that all going over there?
AEW? Well,
Honestly,
not here to answer.
My personal opinion, the only thing good going on right now is Christian and maybe NJF. Besides that, I have no interest in AEW at the moment.
I don't think a lot of people in America have interest in AEW at the moment.
What about Sting's retirement, guys? And Ric Flair being his surprise
He's
gift?
present?
Yeah,
Rick was the present given to him by who? By Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please, no more one last
I
match.
think this is going to be their retirement match. Sting and
Ric Flair, definitely one last match.
read the fine print.
It's like Lionel Hutz. Last match? No.
Money down.
A lot of money going there. Okay, let's get back on to WWE before Cameron has aneurysm. I think he's calling out Randall Keith.
I'd believe it. But it's...
Either of the two has to be.
Have we seen any... What did we think? Oh, what was it a couple of weeks ago? Nakamura hit the GTS, did he?
He hit
What
the
we think was a GTS?
It was.
But wasn't that his move somewhere too a while ago?
I don't think he
Maybe in New Japan, but
Yeah.
I
think he used
never
it.
watched New Japan that
And
much.
we haven't had a wink since, have we?
No, we've had a couple.
What were the other winks?
I think it was that same episode of Raw where Shinsuke hit the GTS on Ricochet. Corey Graves said one quote on commentary that had something to do with the devil or something like that. and Punk said this exact quote back when he was in WWE. Even on Raw yesterday with Shinsuke's promo, like when they had it translated, he was speaking in Japanese obviously, but they had the subtitles on screen. What he was saying had sounded something like to do with the song Cult of Personality by Living Colour. And then Becky Lynch said she's going to be the catalyst for change, which is something Triple H said to Punk.
So there you go. I didn't really pick up on the Shinsuke.
Even USA Network's been teasing it with comments on videos as well.
Yeah, like they said, I'm looking in my eyes, what do you see, or something like that.
Yeah, also, I haven't been privy to that.
And when Shinsuke hit the GTS and they put that video up, USA Network commented on it saying best in the world.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm learning all this now then. I didn't know that.
And even, I think it was last month, Punk was commentating an MMA event. So this was September, and he said, I've got 2 months to kill. 2 months after this MMA event is Survivor Series in Chicago.
They fired him, right?
Yes.
So I'm not usually sure how it works in professional wrestling. If you get fired, there's obviously no non-compete clause then.
No, because
if they get rid of you.
Yeah, because his contract was torn up.
Yeah,
so
you can do whatever you want then.
He's free to do whatever he wants.
I think it's only if you get released, you have the non-compete clause.
No, I don't.
I think
No,
with WWE, I think either way, fired, released, whatever, they still have that non-complete clause no matter what.
Well, Edge would be a good example.
That's over a
Edge
few
was
days.
on the they moved into the alumni page. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Alumni page. Alumni page.
Yep.
I beg your pardon.
And he wrestled the week after his AW debut.
Yeah, but Edge announced that his contract was expired a long time ago. He was just doing week by week.
But didn't his contract expire in August when he had his match with Sheamus?
No.
No?
He said it's even been even before that.
But I think what Joe said when he was saying that if you get fired, there's no non-compete clause.
Yeah, just they're getting rid of you.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, just hypothetically, Punk does show up to WWE, I think he'll be able to compete straight away. I'm pretty sure he would be. Wherever he goes, for that matter.
Well, state the obvious, we're going to know a hell of a lot more once we get past Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So
and only that, Survivor Series is in Chicago as well. Let's not forget.
That's the impending pipe bomb there. I know we've got a while to go now. If Punk does come out so if you close your eyes,
what do you see?
Yes. Who does he come out against?
That's what I was about to ask.
What match does he interfere in? Who does he call out? Where does he appear?
Because that's what I was about to ask.
Is it like Seth and Cody last year at Mania?
Possibly. Or he could...
Or do we see more Bray Wyatt Extreme Rules return right at the end of the show?
Could be. That's a good shout.
I don't know where
that's the thing. Like
it's limitless possibilities.
Because that's
happen.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask. Let's just say hypothetically he does drop the Survivor Series. What does he do? Does he come out and confront somebody? Does he just come to the ring and cut a promo? Or do they just, like what Anthony said, wait till the end of the show, have him come out and get the massive pop, and then they close the show like that, like Bray Wyatt last year? Who knows what they... Like, if he does come back...
Do we know where the Raw is the night later, the night after?
It'd probably still have to be in Chicago, wouldn't it?
It would be in Illinois, you think. Be in the Midwest. If it's in Chicago, well, there you go.
It could be the Raw appearance.
Could be.
He could come out at Survivor Series, interfere or something, call someone out, and then we'll get a bit more on Raw.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. It's like Cameron said, the endless possibilities. Anything can happen if he does show up.
And with Triple H in creative, who knows?
So if Nakamura is calling him out, are we led to believe that finally that's a line through Randy Orton? Is he ever going to come back?
He could spot it.
He's been spotted at the Performance Center.
Been spotted? Yeah, but that's been for a while now.
When was he spotted at the Performance Center? Was it September? Late September?
I want to be surprised if they just bring him back at the Rumble.
Yeah,
Well,
it
Punk or
Orton.
Yeah, I believe it, because he would need time to get into ring shape, and they keep working on his craft training and all that.
I can't see Punk coming at the Rumble. Punk's got to come back at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Especially with Edge. Especially with Edge rocking up at AEW. Triple H would not have been sitting on his hands.
No.
And ironically enough, I know we're going over old ground. What pay-per-view did Punk rock up to say hello to someone and they asked him to leave? Where was that?
Oh, what was that?
A few months ago.
That was he popped up on an episode of Raw.
Raw. And
Yeah, he was backstage and he spoke with a few of the wrestlers. I think he spoke with Miz and a few other guys.
was that after his blow-up in England?
Before.
Before his blow-up?
That was before, and he was speaking with Triple H backstage, but Vince.
Yeah, Vince asked him to leave.
Yeah, Vince told him. Vince didn't have a problem with him being there, but he told him, "You're not under contract with WWE," because that's when he was still signed with AEW.
Yeah.
So Vince told him, "Like, you're not under contract with us, so like I'm gonna have to kindly ask you to leave." So, but there was nothing.
So there was no bad blood to it.
No bad blood at all. Like,
No.
Punk left. He left pretty quietly. And yeah, and even Vince wasn't filthy with Punk or anything. He just told him, yeah.
So Vince isn't filthy with you, and Triple H isn't filthy with you. And
Well, Vince was honestly never filthy with him. Even when the whole thing happened back in 2014, Vince said straight away he was open to working with him again.
But everyone always says Vince never burns bridges.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff even said it the other day because I saw an article about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said you never know with WWE because we've seen guys like Ultimate Warrior come back and
Sting make his debut. Eric Bischoff rocking up 21 years.
Yeah, he even mentioned that himself. He said even I showed
Goldberg coming back after 12 years.
Yeah, any WCW call up.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar coming back after 8 years.
Yep.
And then coming and going and coming. Where is Brock?
Taking time off.
Yeah.
Taking time off. Honestly, we don't need him.
No, there's
I
no.
know we don't need him, but will he be around at Mania?
Yeah.
He'll probably be back for Rumble Mania season.
I'm just going to run out a few names to you. Omos, what's happening there?
I haven't
I think
seen
he's
him.
not.
Jeez, what went wrong there? He was good. I thought he was good.
I feel
Did he
like
have that match with the Backlash? Seth?
this year, this WrestleMania calendar year, this is the best we've ever seen Omos.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him in how long?
Months.
And then he was appearing at pay-per-views as well.
Yeah.
Was that the last Saudi
He
event?
was at Money in the Bank. Where
Was
was
it
he?
Money in the Bank? He was in the crowd, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was that
So,
Money in the Bank or was that the Saudi show?
I think it was
Saudi
the
show.
Saudi show.
so what went wrong with Omos?
I think it was just WWE that didn't seem as, I don't know if it was performing too well, if they couldn't see anything.
My assumption is same thing with Carlito when he initially returned. They just have nothing for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see that. That's the most probable cause.
Yeah.
So,
And it's not a bad thing to say, it's just there's not really anything to go, like,
yeah, because
do
what,
with him.
Because what can you do with him? That's the
What
thing.
did we make of the whole Rock's comments on the Pat McAfee show a couple of months ago?
What do you say?
So we're led to believe, so this is where people are going to get confused. It's not about WrestleMania 39, it's about WrestleMania 38. We're led to believe that The Rock was supposed to come back and face Roman at WrestleMania 38. However, at the last moment, they got word that Cody Rhodes was coming back. So that, did I get the story right? That's a story, isn't
I
it?
think so, yeah.
It was supposed to be WrestleMania 38.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
thought it was 39.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was
Wasn't it 38
40.
about 39?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
38 about 30. Yes, sorry. Yeah, that's all right. I'm a bit rusty, guys. Sorry. It was, the talks were April 2022 about WrestleMania 39, and they said it needed a year build-up. That's why it goes back to WrestleMania 38. And they said, all right, we'll build up The Rock and Roman for a year at WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 38, there was that, or was it 39? Help me out here, guys. Stone Cold and Roman was even floated.
That was for this year, 39.
Yeah, that was for this year, yeah. So going back around the time 38, they expected The Rock to come out at 38 or around WrestleMania 38, April last year, to set a 1 year build-up.
For match with Roman.
Yeah, but then Cody Rhodes' impending arrival put that on its back. So what I ask you now is that, can you see The Rock being involved at WrestleMania 40?
No.
No, because the Hollywood strikes are going to end pretty soon, I imagine. So
I think they already made a deal, so...
Yeah.
So
He's gone
once
back
that
to
happens,
work.
he'll be back at Hollywood. He'll have no time for WWE.
That may be why Cena's winking at his
Last match.
his departure.
Yeah, because he'll be
He
back
had
at
his
Hollywood.
7 weeks or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
And that was the only reason why The Rock showed up on that episode of SmackDown, the first one under Endeavor.
Yeah.
Because he had time.
Where was it? It was in Denver, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only reason why he was
Yeah,
there.
the part where you went out for a phone call and missed out.
Tell me about it. Never again.
Yeah.
So that kind of, just going over a couple of things that we kind of missed. And the other one is, I didn't really want to be the one to bring it up, but Anthony brought him up a couple of minutes ago. And the time we've been off, we've lost Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, God rest his soul.
Horrible news, man.
You think, was it this time, was it October last year, Extreme Rules?
Yeah. With the how long
Was it the greatest return? Was it the greatest return in the modern era?
One of them, definitely one of them.
Yeah.
It was done to absolute perfection.
It's a shame he only had one match in that 1 year.
And who was that against?
LA
And that was this year. Can
And
you
it started
believe
this
it?
year,
Can
man.
you believe where we are to where we were then?
And-
Not having Bray around anymore. Dead, God rest his soul. And LA Knight doing what he's doing.
Yeah, like ironically enough, they unintentionally made a star out of LA Knight, putting him with Bray Wyatt. Like it doesn't.
The wheels were already in motion there when the crowd were chanting for LA Knight.
because of his mic work.
Now, when LA Knight came up against Bray Wyatt, where was that? At the Rumble?
Yes,
How far was that after the Max Dupree character? A couple of months.
Yeah.
probably 4 months.
If that.
I think it was like September. I think it was about September that he changed back to LA Knight.
Yeah.
So 4 months in, he was having a match with Bray Wyatt at the Rumble, and during that period, he just became over with the fans because of how good he was on the mic. Because he carried his fair portion of that feud with Bray.
So maybe that's another attribute of Bray's legacy. Kicked off this massive
LA Knight pop.
I think push or pop probably isn't even the word for it. This massive movement.
This whole
Yeah.
snowballing effect with LA Knight.
Look, in all fairness, like LA Knight has everything.
Yeah.
The look, the mic work,
Performance.
in-ring
This
ability.
is, I've said it 100 times off air when we're talking, and I'll say it again on air now. They will never book themselves into what they've booked in with Roman, what they've done again.
Mhm.
No.
Because you've let Sammy go through. You've let now LA Knight looks like he'll go through without a title. And not to say everyone in the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era won a title. I mean, you go back to that early 2000s, think back late 90s, everyone got their run with the title. Stone Cold, Bret Hart and Shawn already had their runs. And they got runs as a Stone Cold, Undertaker,
Rock, Mankind,
Triple
Kane.
H. No. Oh, Kane had that one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to count that.
Triple H,
Triple H.
Angle, Jericho.
As you now go into that Attitude to Ruthless, Jericho, Angle, Hogan, not that he needed it. And then the ones that kind of miss out were on that Triple H run of doom, which were Booker T, RVD, and Kane. Yet Booker T
And
got
Steiner.
his comeuppance. Will Steiner, that was exactly Triple H's fault. RVD, it took him a couple of years. He got his run and then he blew it.
Mhm.
Booker T got the whole King Booker thing.
Kane got the world title in 2010.
Orton and Batista won titles.
Yeah.
And they went on. But now you're probably going to see Sammy go through without that title. You're going to see LA Knight going to go through without that title.
Mhm.
And I think they're real victims there of what's happened with Roman.
Yeah.
Now, the thing it'll come back to is that I hope we don't get to WrestleMania 40 and think, why didn't they just put the belt on
Whoever maybe.
Cody a year ago?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get to that stage. I think the build-up will be fantastic and the match will deliver in the atmosphere. And I know they don't talk about the numbers for whatever reason. Have we ever found out why they don't reference the numbers anymore?
I don't know. They just don't. I don't know. They've never said why, but they just.
They would be dying to mention WrestleMania 40. Even on the logo, is there a...
I think it's just Roman
Is there
numerals.
It's got the number.
So
It's got the
the
number.
number is there.
In Roman numerals.
On the
Yeah.
Liberty Bell logo.
Yes.
Roman numerals, yeah.
Has the number been on the logos in the last few years? No.
It was there for Mania 30 with the 3 X's.
In the last few years.
The last few years.
Was it there at 35? Yeah, there was a 3 and 5, wasn't there? Or no.
No, I don't think there
No.
was.
So they're finally bringing it back, which
I think they only bring it in for like every
Yeah.
10
it's like the
numbers.
Super Bowl. I mean, that's American. That's America for you. Like when we mentioned Cleveland in the basketball, we talked about the 2016 finals series. Yeah, so I think they'll be dying, and then they've obviously waited this long. I don't want to get there and think, oh, why didn't they just do this a year ago? But it shouldn't run out of steam. But that's probably why they've kept their powder dry, keeping Roman and Cody. So when's the last time Roman and Cody have had a confrontation?
It was
After Mania.
Is it the night after Mania?
That was a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown when
Oh, that little face-to-face.
when
Yeah.
Cody and Jay were walking back up the ramp, Roman came out and he eyed out the both of them, and he had a very long look, a very long eye to eye with Cody. So obviously they're
So there you
planting
go.
the seeds.
The only thing I'm more concerned about is the fans going to turn on Cody once he wins the title? Like they always do with everyone else.
They do with everybody else, but I hope not.
Can I be honest? Cross that bridge when we get to it. And not to dismiss your question, but there is just so much to happen if we get that, which we think we're going to get that. I think they'll reward everyone. If they didn't turn on Cody in that month or 2 months after Mania,
Lesnar.
Yeah.
We won't get it.
And the thing is, when Seth won the World Heavyweight title at Night of Champions, the fans didn't turn on him after. He's still getting cheered everywhere he goes.
I think the only Cody heel turn will happen is when he comes to lose the title, if he wins it well into 2024. But then again, when's the last time a face champion has turned heel in their run, during their run?
Punk
or
So
Ziggler.
It's been a while. It has been a while.
It's been a very long time. That was, I think Punk was the last notable world champion I could think of that turned heel mid-run.
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, you look back and going over specific examples.
What about Bobby Lashley? Does that count with Hurt Business?
No, he was still... Well,
He won as a heel and then he ended up becoming face because everyone was just cheering him.
I mean, we got over a long, very specific example. When Randy Orton beat Chris Benoit 19 years ago, Chris Benoit didn't turn heel.
No. Randy Orton turned face.
It was a failed face turn.
Failed face turn, but he did turn face because Evolution kicked him out.
How did Randy turn heel?
Again
After that?
when he challenged The Undertaker at Mania 21 and he RKO'd Stacey Keebler.
That's right.
The whole start of the Legend Killer phase. But he was doing that through Evolution too, from what I remember.
Yes, that's what
He
I'm
was.
thinking, yeah.
But he
He went back to it.
he went back to it, so he turned face after...
Batista and Rey Mysterio. Was it Batista and Rey Mysterio?
That's what Batista turned heel.
Did Batista turn heel when he had the title?
No.
No,
They had the tag team titles?
They didn't...
They were tag team champs, they lost it, and then...
Batista, that was like end 05 through early 06. Batista was double champ, world heavyweight, and...
Yeah, but when did he turn heel? When was that thing of him in the wheelchair and everything like that?
That was 09 to 2010.
Did he have the... No, he didn't have the title.
He won the WWE title as a heel.
Yeah, he won it as a heel, yeah.
But he never turned heel mid-reign.
His feud against The Undertaker, they were both face.
But in 07, both
And
face.
he didn't tell him a heel after that, did he?
No.
Yeah, so there you go. That's an example. Undertaker and Batista. It's still 16, 17 years ago, but that was 07, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a relatively recent example. Yeah, but going back to your question, Cam, one, there's a lot of water going to the bridge, and two, I don't think the crowd will turn him. I think Cody will. That's the other thing now. I feel like I ask this question all the time. Roman's been, by the time WrestleMania comes around next year, Roman's been double champion
For 2 years.
2 years.
Being Universal Champion for pushing 3 years, 8 months.
So where the pressure is and why The Rock could never win it off him is that the hard part is, what do you do with the bloke who wins it?
Yeah.
How long does a bloke who wins it keep the title?
And how do you bounce back off that,
Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, the fans can't wait to cheer Roman. Roman will lose it. Roman will be faced by middle of next year if he's on a relatively full-time capacity.
Yeah, if he's sticking around.
Speaking of lengthy title reigns, we've got the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
What's going on there? Are his boys showing a bit of cheek?
Well, it looks like they're teasing Giovanni to get kicked out soon enough.
So Giovanni talks now, does he?
Yeah,
According to The Miz.
He finally had a voice yesterday on Raw.
Yeah.
Do you think is Gunther losing the title and the breakup of Imperium invariable?
No.
So do you think Gunther can lose it and Imperium still stick around together?
Yeah, they could.
I can't see them breaking up for some reason.
But I don't think they'll break them up.
Because they've always been at each other's throats, even through NXT days as well.
Yeah. The thing about Roman losing the title and Gunther losing the title is you can't wait to see just how they're going to be
Elevated or rebooked.
reacted to by the fans. how they're going to be booked. No, you're right, Anthony. How they're going to be booked creatively.
Yep.
And the interactions on the weekly show, how much stick they're going to get from the other wrestlers, of course, in character. Oh, where's your title and all this, because they've been synonymous. Rome is synonymous with the titles.
I'm still sticking to Gunther losing at Rumble.
And
still
winning the Rumble the same night.
Yeah.
Because I'll say it now, and I agree with Cameron, I think as soon as Gunther loses that IC title, he's going straight to World Heavyweight title picture, and he wins it pretty quickly after that.
As a face or a heel?
As a heel.
As a heel.
As a heel, definitely a heel.
Well, the crowd will be dying to cheer him.
Yeah.
They would be, but he knows how to make him hate him when he starts to talk shit to him.
Who would you say are the best heels right now? Dominic?
Dominic, yeah.
Out of the chicks, who's a really good heel out of the chicks? Even the heels aren't heel anymore.
Like Rhea Ripley gets cheated like
Rhea's
the face.
Bailey.
Bailey's
Bailey.
the face. It's practically face.
Can't think about who is a heel in the women's division.
Whoa.
The only obvious one at the moment for me is Xia Li.
Zaya Lee, you count Nia Jax as just.
But she's probably got
Zoe's
maybe.
not.
Zoe Stark's the face. She's
You see
Zoe's
a bit of
face.
face in Zoe, like
Yeah.
Shayna's the in between.
yeah.
So that's maybe why it's that impending.
Yeah, like especially all the top women, they're all faces except for Rhea.
And even
Technically speaking.
And even then, Rhea gets cheated everywhere she goes, unless she's with Dominic and she's.
Yeah.
Like
Outside of the Judgment Day, she's the face.
Even Charlotte Flair's a face.
But she still acts like a heel.
Yeah, like a spoiled brat, basically.
So maybe that's the impending Bianca and Becky.
Mm-hmm.
One of them at least.
And if one of them has to, it should be Bianca.
Yeah. What do you make of the whole NXT scene?
Honestly, NXT's great again.
Yeah, so
Gone
good
pretty
to
good,
watch.
man.
Should it be treated as? Is it now treated as a third show and not necessarily developmental?
It should. I
Especially
think.
with what happened a
To
couple
me,
weeks ago.
to me, it's still developmental.
Yep. I
In a
agree.
sense, yeah.
As we all know, NXT got who was it? Cody, Cena,
Undertaker,
Taker to show up
Paul Heyman.
Asuka.
just to compete with AEW on that week.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember why it was because of Edge's return, wasn't it?
Yes.
And because it was Tony Khan's birthday, so they moved. No, so NXT moved from. No, AEW moved.
AEW switched. They moved to a different night.
Yeah, to a different night, which is NXT night.
And they moved their night to avoid clashing with, I think it was the World Series or something like that. They avoided.
And they said it was Tony Khan's birthday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even speaking of AEW, like if they're only competing with WWE as developmental, it just shows that they're not competition.
Yeah, they're not. They hit back a bit for a little while there, but it's tough. It's very tough.
Because
Fizzled out.
they've only got two good things at the moment:
Christian and
MJF,
Yeah.
MJF.
and him as a face. It's not that strong as it was when he was a heel.
Yeah.
Do you see anyone from AEW making the move over before Mania?
When's Will Ospreay's contract end?
Yeah, there's actually rumors of Real Ospreay,
More than rumours.
Mhm.
A lot of people taking it as gospel.
but he said that he doesn't want to join WWE like a few months back.
They all say that.
Yeah,
I'm not being dismissive, but they all say
They all
that.
say that, and
They all
once
say
WWE
that.
comes with the boatload of money, how do you say no?
I think the one to jump ship, and will surprise a lot of people lately. I think Kenny.
This is where I argue with someone. I think a lot of people say, "Oh no, he can't come in." Even though I'm not his biggest fan, I still respect him. You know, his style won't fit. I can think of a lot of blokes that Kenny's style will fit with.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for the Young Bucks if Kenny leaves?
They won't join. They won't jump ship.
No. I don't think they'll
They're
move.
very anti WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, everyone in AEW.
Yeah, it
is.
seems to be anti.
I know who's laughing more at the moment, and it's not the AEW folk.
No.
Who would you say is laughing more at the moment?
It's WWE. I mean, mind you, it took that truckload of stars, current superstars, legends, Hall of Famers to come back and compete with that AEW show as well. I mean,
Yeah.
that even though Tony Khan reminded us 50 times in a week, that shouldn't be ignored. So there is something there with AEW. I don't think they're doing it right at the moment. And bringing back Ric Flair like that just shows that they're out of touch with reality, or Tony Khan himself is out of touch with reality.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
You feel
of
sorry for Sting and all this?
speaking of coming back, what about TNA returning?
That's a big one. That is
No
a
more
very,
Impact Wrestling.
that's a very big one.
So you know, originally why they went to Impact was they thought TNA was just archaic, the name.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently people were getting it mixed up with Something else that TNA stands for.
I think now.
Oh, come on, Cameron, if you don't get it.
I have no.
The N is abbreviated for and. T and A. Women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So apparently that's why they changed all that, because it's been TNA for how long? So it was Impact for how long?
Since
04, 05?
No, it was still TNA.
later.
Was it like 2010s?
It was the mid 2010s they changed the Impact.
Sorry, not 04, 05, 14, 15 I mean.
Yeah, that was
14, 15.
that was when they changed the name to Impact Wrestling. Yeah.
Who is their champion over there?
Naomi or Trinity is women's champion, I think, at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
NXT champion isn't the Motor City Machine Gun
And
guy?
the TNA champion, you mean?
Oh, the tag team.
Chris Sabin.
One of them won the.
I think maybe Chris Haben. Yeah, I think he's still there.
Yeah, one of them is the X Division. One's the actual TNA champion.
Oh wow, very good.
Because they won it together. I'll double check now.
As long as there's no moose there.
And January's... Oh, well, there's moves here, guys. And January's coming up pretty soon as well, so... Wrestle Kingdom. Or what do they call it over there? In New Japan? In January? That super show over 3 days?
Alex Shelley.
Actually, that's right. Oh, what's one in Japan called?
So isn't it Wrestle Kingdom?
I think
And Chris Sabin is X Division champion.
Oh,
So you'll probably see collaboration there with AEW.
AEW, yeah. Cool.
Maybe Moxley, Jericho,
Here's a surprise.
Omega.
Tommy Dreamer is the digital media champion.
What the fuck is that championship? What?
I guess it's their TV title.
Yeah,
Digital
that's their
media.
title.
Oh, Tommy Dreamer.
He's definitely dreaming right now.
Yeah. Who was it? Oh yeah, Heath Slater's on the free agency as well.
For TNA.
No, he's free agent. He's not with
I
any.
thought he's doing any show, yeah.
WWE need to bring him back so he can start talking about his kids.
Why wouldn't you bring him back?
God knows.
So who's still over there at AEW? Cesaro, Jack
Swagger,
Miro,
Miro.
You've got Andrade.
Brian Danielson.
What's happened there? Is he still with Charlotte?
Yeah, he's.
Are they
Wasn't there talks of them like getting divorced or something, them splitting up?
That was the rumors,
but they're still together.
The other rumor was Triple H and
Stephanie.
Yeah, that was another one.
But they are
it
still.
was Shawn Michaels liked the tweet, and it wasn't even Shawn Michaels. It was his automated account that he's affiliated to or something.
But yeah, Triple H and Steph are still happily
So
married.
they're
Still got Keith Lee, Swerve,
Yep.
Adam Cole,
And
Paige.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly, but no Strong, Roderick Strong,
And it's
And
got
Bobby
Paige,
Fish.
Saraya.
Soraya,
Saraya, yeah.
Tony Storm. Who's the third
Where's
one?
Sasha?
She's in
in Japan, wasn't
She's
she?
new, exclusively.
She's still healing from the broken ankle, but she was at one of the events at AEW in the crowd.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, she was in there as Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné.
And anytime she gets asked about WWE at a press conference or
She gets
She loses her
it's
shit.
very, very angry. Is that over a year? Yeah,
That's a year and a bit now.
Over a year ago. Yeah,
year and
that was
a
around
half.
the time Triple H took over.
It was
wasn't
before.
Yeah.
Just before.
Before. So that's a year and a half.
It was
now.
like, I think it was June 2022
Yeah.
that she and Naomi walked out.
Speaking of the McMahons, Shane McMahon's son's put his hand up now.
Mm-hmm.
He has?
He's going to be a wrestler.
So I thought he said, did he want a lick of it? He didn't want anything.
So at the moment, he's doing college ball. I think he's a quarterback too.
Yeah.
I forget which university he plays for, but I can see him coming in.
I think he said something this week about taking the reins if needed.
But he's still rather young, so he's
He's
got time.
still, yeah. So
What is he, like 21, 22?
I think he's probably younger.
He's
probably,
playing
yeah.
college football, yeah.
He's probably 18, 19 max.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember WrestleMania 32 when Shane had the match with Taker, he had all these kids at ringside.
yeah, that's right.
None of them were teenagers yet, so you'd have to imagine that his son
Stephanie,
is like late teens.
Stephanie's still stepped down from that
Yeah, she's not.
official role. She's no
Yeah,
longer
she's
on the
ju-
board.
She's only recently been active
Linda,
on
is
Twitter.
Linda still? No, Linda's not there.
I thought she's doing the whole politics thing
Yeah,
still.
yeah, so Linda's not there, Stephanie's not there, Shane. Vince, we don't think so creative.
No, he's not.
No, he's just busy with the Endeavour deal.
Yeah, because it's been reported that Endeavour has fully backed Triple H as the sole guy to run creative.
Over Vince.
Yeah, McMahon is just doing stuff backstage like when it comes to.
So Nick Khan must be laughing his ass off as well.
Yeah.
Must be a good job being Nick Khan. Who would you rather be, Nick Khan or Tony Khan, boys?
Probably Nick.
That's our question.
No, it'd be Tony Khan dancing on the stage while John Moxley was getting concussed.
Anthony, I'm going to put you on the spot. You have 1 minute to think about question of the night.
1 minute, okay.
Your time started now. And when I say it started now, it actually started before, so I use past tense.
So I have to say the question right
Stop
now.
asking me questions. Just start thinking. You should have started thinking already. What are you looking at me
I'm
for?
overthinking it now, Johnny. Make me go anxious.
50 seconds, Anthony.
Alright, we'll keep.
What else, Gan? We got Elimination Chambers in Australia in February.
Yep.
There's a pre-sale coming up next week, I think, week after. So that'll be exciting.
Archie said he was going to get tickets.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And we're led to believe I know we touched on it earlier. We're led to believe that Rhea will be in the main event.
Unless Roman's around.
I don't think Roman. I think Roman won't be there.
I can't say it.
He'd have to be considering the men's elimination chamber. Surely decides he will face him at Mania,
So why would Roman be there?
so they can have the confrontation.
Nah, they won't do it there. But it'll be sweet.
Might I
Which
add,
leads me to believe it.
it would be nice to watch a pay-per-view at a nice night time for us as well.
Saturday night for us.
So when do you think it'll be ours?
It'll-
7:30.
It'll start for us. It'll probably start for us maybe 10 or 11 p.m. Because remember they're in Perth.
They're 3 hours.
They're 3 hours behind us now. So
10, yeah. 10.
They won't start it earlier over there.
They'll start
4:30.
7.
no,
for them.
I reckon they'll start at like night.
They'll be in Perth.
That's
local
good news
time.
for me then.
We'll start.
That's
What?
great news for me.
Why is that?
Plus I'm at the Taylor Swift concert that night.
Oh,
Are you a
jeez.
Swiftie, Joe?
Of course I'm a Swiftie. She's talented.
Grayson Waller doesn't like you now.
I don't like him either. Stop sending me Grayson Waller reels, please. And you just stop sending me reels in general.
But you laugh at them, Joe.
Have you thought of the question?
Yes,
Yes, I
I
haven't really had my question.
What is it? You're going to have to tell us now.
Sorry, so just going back on that, I know I'm only having a bit of a laugh. So we don't think it'll start 4:30 in Perth. We think it'll start 7:30.
We'll start 8 p.m.
Start 8 p.m.
That's great news then. 8 p.m. in Perth.
Yep, so that'll be
Yeah, you
11,
reckon?
11 p.m. here.
Okay, fair enough. That's exciting. Anthony, what's the question?
My question for today is,
It's night.
sorry, whatever. Which tag teams, or even just friends or whatever, in wrestling character, do you wish that stayed together instead of them being split up? I'll start us off. What you guys think? I kind of wish I kept Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens going on a bit longer. With the whole...
I don't think there are too many arguments there.
Nah. Mine, easy.
Now, what do you think of that first of all? Do you agree with that, John, Cameron?
Because it wasn't much of a tag team.
It had to end sooner or later, in my opinion, but
Yeah, it did have to end, but it should have been the main event for Mania 33 for the Universal title, but here we are 6 years later.
yeah. I think just the way it ended was just... Yeah.
Heartbreak. Come on, man.
It wasn't done that well.
But wait, bro, when Owens did turn, he was Universal Champion still.
Yeah,
wasn't
and
he?
then Jericho cost him the title against Goldberg.
Goldberg, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's right. Yeah. My choice, it's a bit obvious because I feel like I wanted them to win at least one title at least once in their life, was Cass and Enzo.
Yes.
Where are they now?
Cass is
Morrissey is actually in AEW
Uh-huh.
and Enzo's
Is
somewhere
what are you
in
doing,
his-
man?
Just somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll go one. Interesting one. Left field. I wish that The Undertaker and Kane got a better run during the Attitude Era as a tag team. Obviously, if that happens, we don't get the corporate ministry. I don't think Kane misses out on too much except for a couple of returns. And we don't get the return of the American Badass. I think Kane and The Undertaker a little bit more of a run together as a tag team, 99.
Yeah.
Could have worked.
Very specific. Considering 99, apart from the corporate ministry, wasn't a great year for The Undertaker. He was gone by September. And Kane had some back and forth feuds with X-Pac. And what was Kane doing mid-99?
He was feuding with X-Pac.
Yeah, that was mid to late 90, yeah.
What else was he doing in 99?
The start of it was a corporate. Yeah, so maybe Kane and The Undertaker stayed as a tag team. Or as a dominant tag team a little while, yeah. And won a tag team title. Won the tag team titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Could have worked.
Okay. John, how about yourself?
I'll probably have to agree with you, Cameron. Enzo and Cass.
Oh, God, I always have to copy. Always.
Well, Archie's not here. Who's he going to copy? I'm joking.
Joe, don't make me come down there.
Now, speaking of Archie, after you have anything to add to that, John, with Enzo and Cass? Or just copying more?
What does that speak of Archie?
No, after what John says, we're talking about Archie.
Leave the hosting to me.
We're going to discuss Archie whilst he's
John,
on.
same question.
What was that?
Same question.
Enzo and Cassie said.
No, for me.
No, I want to hear what Anthony
I was going to ask you, Joe, if Archie was here to answer this question, what do you think he would pick?
Probably Jericho and Owens.
Do you think so?
Well, knowing Archie, he'd probably pick
So,
2 up-and-comers from the Indian Pro Wrestling League.
Indian pro wrestling.
Where are those blokes, by the way? Not Archie.
Shanky and
Yeah, and where's Khan or Vermeer or...
V Mahan and
Yeah,
Yeah,
where are
he was
those
coming for
blokes?
3
Have they never
months.
got the push that they...
didn't we see them on
they
Raw recently?
had the Indian.
They did the Indian pay-per-view where they lost to...
Was
Was
it
it Cena?
Cena and Rollins.
Yeah.
But didn't they appear on Raw the other week and they spoke to Adam Pearce
Yes.
backstage? I remember
Yeah,
seeing
Jinder
them.
Mahal.
What are they going to do with them?
I don't know if they're
They
holding
wouldn't
him off
listen.
or something. Or
don't-
waiting.
I was actually surprised to know that Shanky was actually still contracted to WWE still.
When was the last time we saw Shanky?
Been a long time.
Last I checked, he was dancing with the New Day,
Yeah.
and then him and Jinder jumped the Viking Raiders, and then that was it.
That was it.
That was funny through the week, the New Day dressing up as Judgment Day.
Yeah. The lunchbox as the briefcase.
Uber Eats, huh? Yeah. Besides that,
Okay.
I think we should call it a night now because it's over the 1 hour mark now, anyways. Joe.
Thanks for having us.
Any new words of encouragement, Joe?
Same old from a couple of months ago. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, repost, use ad blocker on YouTube, even though the feds are coming to knock your front door down. Do what you have to do to listen to us. Thanks, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.